What are some street smarts everyone should know? Avoid escalation in any circumstance. Your pride is not worth ending up dead for. Walk with purpose. Look ahead and stride confidently. If you're looking around and walking timidly, you'll be seen as lost, possibly a tourist, an easy mark. Always pay attention to your surroundings. It doesn't have to be constant scanning, but be aware. If you're uncomfortable somewhere, brain's pretty good at picking up on stuff and nudging you in ways you don't consciously get at times. A dead giveaway that you are in a dangerous area. Many young men are standing around seemingly doing nothing. If someone abruptly leaves a fight, they haven't given up. They've gone to get back up a weapon. Keep your anger and rage in check. You never know what's on the other end. If it seems wrong, it is wrong. You don't have to stop when someone random talks to you on the street. Don't gawk and look up, just keep moving to where you're going. Cross to the other side of the street if you don't like what you see ahead. Be wary of distraction. One person starts shouting at something, while their partner grabs your bag. There are two speeds on the street: move fast, or get out of the way. Wallets don't go in your back right pocket. 3-card Monty is not a don't walk down the street with your cans in. This might be generational, but I'm a native New Yorker and don't think it wise to not hear what's going on around you. Your turf. Know your neighborhood well enough that if it was late at night and you got into trouble, you would know where to go. For I had a very large scary woman get in my face and start screaming, "What are you looking at? I just said your earrings. Those are so cute, I love the color." This was completely unexpected, and it worked. Know where the exits are and have a plan if you have to get out in a hurry. Polite is so simple and yet seriously overlooked. Got myself out of some dangerous situations just by being. Don't react, just think about what you are going to do next. Reacting without thinking means you have to suffer consequences later down to your body, your feelings. They are normally telling you something for a reason. Better to be wrong than yes. Difficult to give much, as most are learned through experience to know what to look for. Added, I need to readjust my advice on being polite. There are times when being polite is a no-go, especially as it wasn't in my mind at the time. Women. If someone is being forceful, rude, going to take offense, are a lot stronger or intimidating than you, or you feel unsafe, listen to your body and feelings. Just dip. Don't interact, don't give them ammunition, just walk on. Be aware of what's going on around and behind you. Listen to their footsteps and voice. Are they getting louder or closer? Don't directly look behind you, but get in a position where you can use your peripheral vision. It is absolutely not cowardice to run. Even our smart hood gangsters dip and run. Use your own survival instincts. Be aware of your feelings. Think. You ever see a gun at a party? Leave. If anyone is playing with fire at a party, leave. If you see a needle, leave. With purpose, even if you have no idea where you are or what you're doing. Most people won't fuck with someone who looks like they have somewhere to away. Is better than fighting. It's better to live as a fool who runs than to die by underestimating someone's fighting strength or whether or not their people look at you like you're out of place. You're out of place. That's your sign to leave, and you should do so immediately. That sketchy bodega with bars on the window and bulletproof glass is the safest place around, and the person behind the counter is definitely armed. If you're ever being followed on foot and can't make it to another safe place, go there to get in with the crowd. Wear a dark-colored shirt and jeans when you're headed somewhere questionable. You'll be able to disappear into crowds and not be an easy target. Don't wear hats or bright-colored shirts where someone can follow you through a crowd easily. Trust your gut. JDFR, just don't feel right. If something just don't feel right, it's not right. Someone is buying you a drink. That drink needs to go from the staff to you. Observe the chain of custody. Be suspicious of any drink that was walked across the room by a non-staff stranger. Let random people use your phone to make a quick call. They will take it and run. You suspect someone is following you, make 3 right turns. If they follow you through all the turns, calmly drive to the nearest police station, and notify the police. Must walk through a bad area, do so with your head held high, your fists clenched and looking like you're begging someone to knock the chip off you. Of mine lived in an area with lots of robberies and muggings, and even though he's not big, he did everything stated above and never had an issue with you. Look like you're aware of your surroundings and are ready to take on anyone who gives you hassle. You stand a good chance of being left alone. Always lock your doors, especially if you are inside your house car. Seems so simple, yet so many people don't regularly do it. Pulling up behind someone at a red light, I always leave enough room in front of me if I need to quickly steer around, and GTFO of there. Works for carjackings, runaway tractor trailers, meteors, diarrhea, etc. At a club, always know where all the exits. Friends used to laugh at me for doing that, until one night there was a shooting at the club. While everyone made a mad dash for the main entrance, I grabbed her hand and ran in the opposite direction. We missed the mad crush at the door and made it out back fine. They never laughed again about me looking around. Always be polite to cops. bouncers and anyone who takes your food where you can't see it. Talk about where you are going on the underground subway, metro, trams. People listen and follow. If you are planning on traveling in places like Paris, London, New York, Tokyo, Hong Kong, blend in, pack plain and simple colors. You can be spotted way in a crowd and people love to take advantage of tourists if you are wearing bright colors. If you are planning on traveling to a public space, don't bring a normal backpack. Being a bag with pockets that face you, or a purse or side bag where you have more vision if someone is gonna steal from you. Ladies, don't walk in dark alleys or streets alone. So many women I know are like, it's cool, I'm not scared, when the possibility of being hurt somehow is entirely independent from whether or not the person was scared. In a large parking lot or structure, pay attention for anyone standing around or walking aimlessly. Take special note if anyone changes direction and starts walking directly towards you. It's often an encounter best as a fringe crime. It's something that occurs on the fringes of crowds. The robber needs the crowd to supply his victim, but he can't get too close to the same. Too far away from the crowd and there's nobody to rob. Too close, and he can't do it safely. Criminals lurk on the fringes. Where there are light and noise, there are crowds. If you avoid the fringe, your chances of getting robbed decrease markedly. No. Make eye contact, slight nod. This says I see you and I'm not a pussy. Before you tip into the corner, use the accelerator to shift the car on its suspension through the curve and really hit it once you have a clear path on out of the turn. The more speed you carry through the entire turn, the faster you will be overall. Always look like you know where you feel danger. It's probably you travel abroad and someone offers you a bracelet or show you a magic trick or WQNT to help you carry your luggage or offer to take you to massage place. They trying to rob you, pickpocket you. Walking towards someone, signal with your eyes which direction you are going to pass them. You will never do the awkward walk into each other again. One of them steps out of some place where you couldn't see him in front of you. The one who is going to attack you is behind you already. You enter an area where there is broken glass, litter, dog shit, etc. You're in a bad area and should be extra vigilant while getting out as quickly as possible without drawing attention. Always carry an emergency cash. You don't know what might happen. In case of emergency, there's something you can spend. Not believe someone when they walk up to you and say wallet inspector. Think the new street smarts is scroll smarts. Kids need to be taught that nothing on the internet is real. Need to learn to spot the Scientologists and learn ways of getting away from them. For volunteer information. It can be used against you even if you think someone is your friend. If someone asks you, do you know what time it is, the answer is yes or no, not the time. An old lady comes up to you and tries to give you a flower, especially in London. Don't take it, it's a way of labeling you as a mark for pickpockets, and professional beggars further down the street. Somebody keeps bugging you in public, your instinct to get away is wrong. When you ask for help from a shopkeeper, they'll protect you and solicit the help of other shopkeepers, who recognize the troublemakers. I had a grocery store owner tell me to go sit at a nearby restaurant. I had a drink and watched my antagonizer give up on me and Target follow somebody else. I stayed 10 minutes more, then bought food from the grocer before continuing on my way. Looking at your damn phone when you are walking to your car in a parking lot. Look around, everywhere, especially at night. Head down, looking at your phone says easy prey. Looking up, sweeping the area visually says not so easy prey.